Hello everyone and welcome to today's magnificent Greek God stream. I am your illustrious host, Zeus, also known as also known as KJ, or on the Indiehub side. Joining me today we have Aphrodite, the god of love, Jalvi.
Oh my god, hi! How's it going? Aphrodite here.
Gotta say you're a really good healer on Smite, that's why you're getting nerfed. Haha! Woo! Okay. And
Just
obviously we
mad
have
at me.
Merc, the god of speech, based solely on his hair. You wanna explain that, Raven?
Yeah, you're muted, Raven.
You're muted.
You're muted, Raven.
You pressed it to turn it back on and it fucking didn't put it on. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Miss Raven, and I flew so fast I lost some feathers, but I'll get your message to you as soon as I get unmuted.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, just sending the ping for people on my Discord if they want to see it. There you go. Okay, in today's magnificent live stream, we have exactly last week's live stream, basically. What we're going to be trying to do moving from now on is focusing a bit more on the news and use that as kind of our main topic, because if we really search well enough, we can see a lot of news that do create an impact, and we should be focusing on that instead of focusing on one main topic. Not to say that we're not going to be doing main topics. It's more like, I'll explain that in a second. Because before we actually go into the news, we actually need to talk a little bit about Indiehub. There's going to be some changes, and I feel like we need to dictate said changes to the crowd that's watching. So, starting off the podcast itself, I'm going to stop being the only host that doesn't transitions, because we're going to be a new member to the Indiehub team. His name is Jinpachi. He's going to be introduced next week. He was supposed to be introduced this week, but because I'm a marvelous host and because I'm the person in charge of trying to recruit new people, I messed that up.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
So yeah, it's totally on me. But next week he's definitely going to be here. He's definitely going to be our newest member of this illustrious team. And as a result, we have decided that Raven, Jinpachi, and Oz are going to keep the same transition between one another. And Jalvi and me will, besides next week, will never really be in the same podcast. Because either I'm the one hosting it, or Jalvi is going to be the one hosting it. Meaning that we're always going to be transitioning between one another, with the two other co-hosts transitioning between the three of them. Exactly. Well, but that's not the only set of changes. I have been experimenting a lot with the times in which the videos come out. Between maybe releasing it on Thursday instead of Wednesday, maybe Sundays instead of Saturdays, to see what catches the most views and what people really get interested on. And we've reached the conclusion that we're basically going to keep in line. We're basically going to keep the same style of videos all made, which are going to be on Wednesdays at around 8 p.m. London time. And on Saturdays around the same time, with videos from Jalvi, with videos from Raven, with videos from Jinpachi, from Oz, and from myself. I can't really tell you which videos are going to be coming out in which week, because we're 5, so we're only going to be able to videos like Jinpachi really wants to make a video, so he makes a video for a specific week. Jalvi really wants to make a video, so exactly, Raven, Oz, etc. Keep in mind that a lot of us are still kind of new to this entire shtick. So have that in mind. We're still learning the process of editing. The only ones with true knowledge on editing are Jalvi, Oz, and Jinpachi. All the rest of us are new to this entire shtick of editing. That's why we're kind of on streaming, not on editing business. And that's kind of it. Do you guys have any other thing that you guys want to talk about?
No,
No.
but just expect some new series coming out for Indiehub. We're always experimenting when it comes to our content. So that's all I could say.
Exactly. Oh yeah, another thing that I almost forgot to add is next week, and I haven't told this to any of these two. Next week, we're also going to be opening a email specifically dedicated to talking with game developers. We're going to use that email primarily on our little description, because if any of you guys know any game developer that wants some free publicity or just a place to talk about their set game, we're going to be having an email so that they can contact us, and we'll move on from there. I'm going to be in charge of that email. Obviously, the email is going to be open for everyone. If any of the Indiehub team members want to try to contact someone, not via Instagram or Twitter or even Facebook. Is Facebook still a thing? Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. Yeah, it's
Pretty
filled with
sure
Karen.
it's still a thing. I think Instagram is the new thing.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure
Instagram
Facebook is still a thing.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll talk about
I
that
think.
soon.
I don't know for sure, but I think.
Yeah, you think. All of us do think. When it comes to visual changes from the podcast, you can see it right here. We have our social medias and our main sources of income, namely Twitch.tv, Raven, kind of Jesus Jalvi. If Oz comes around, we're also going to be having Oz. The only one that's going to be really hard to do social medias on is going to be Jinpachi, because he's an aspiring journalist. So the very best we can do is linking his Instagram, and I think it's going to be it.
Help us get partnership.
Yeah, help us get partnership, and we'll talk about it. We have some definite big plans, namely for our future, but that's a far away future. We're planning to not only give developer interview on a bi-weekly basics at least, which is going to be really hard for us to begin with, so don't expect that now. But we also obviously are planning to go on to big conferences like E3, but as of right now, it's way off our budget to do something like that, especially coming from 3 Europeans and 2 Americans. It's really hard to gather the entire.
Yeah.
But we definitely have plans for that. I have a big book, not a big book, a very small one, but it's almost fully written with ideas both on my own, on Indiehub streams. I haven't shared any of those ideas with the staff members, but I definitely have big goals for Indiehub that we're looking to achieve.
We'll
And
get into it.
Yeah, obviously our main focus right now is expanding, getting a bigger community. We have the goal of reaching 1,000 subs by the end of the year. We would love to hit that. So if you could share this, we would. Nothing else to add when it comes to India, right?
No.
Not I can think of.
Okay, so with that being said, let's just jump right into the news. Raven, you're up first.
Alrighty then, everyone who loves Square Enix is obviously going to have some idea of this. But Outriders, a sci-fi shooter RPG from Bulletstorm Studios, People Can Fly, which are the developers. They announced the game originally at E3 2019, but since E3 this year is obviously going to be cancelled, or has been cancelled due to the unfortunate pandemic that's going around.
That's still unfortunately going around. Somehow,
Yeah,
some way.
By the way, speaking of pandemic,
Don't go there, Joe.
we can say the name of the pandemic again. By the way, YouTube is demonetizing.
Again? Really?
Yeah, that's old news. That's like news. From like 2
Really?
weeks.
Again?
Yeah. Yep. So be careful with that again.
Well,
Well, if there's more than one pandemic going around, the pandemic would fucking do, won't it? Screw the name of it.
we've been, well, for some of us, we've been in quarantine for like half of the year already. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, for
Yeah,
gamers, it's for gamers, it's fine because we never leave our house anyway. But good lord, it's been almost 3 months since actually going outside for real to just
For
enjoy
me,
the
it's
outside.
For me, it's been way more than that.
Well,
For
I
me,
know for you. Yeah.
but different circumstances.
Yeah,
Since before
that is
my birthday.
insane.
Yeah. Okay. Kingat gave a
Call
good
it George
idea.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Kingat
Yeah.
gave a good idea on chat. We'll call it George Pandemic. We'll just call it like that. George is the big teddy bear.
Yes, absolutely.
Because of the George pandemic, unfortunately this year E3 has been cancelled. So what Square Enix is doing is a monthly broadcast on the 28th of each month, started this month on the 28th of May, on youtube.com/outriders and twitch.tv/Square Enix at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central East.
Central. Just call it Central.
CEST.
Just call it Central. Yeah.
And fucking 9 a.m. PDT time.
Pacific time.
Where they will show bits and pieces each month of gameplay, enemy varieties, new guns, new weapons, new parts of the maps in up until release, which I believe was supposed to be for this year. From what I've seen with the small snippet play of what they've shown is the first sort of official gameplay in the first city. It kind of reminds me a lot about Destiny 2, just from the feel on it. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, it definitely has like a Destiny 2 vibe. For me, it
scares me off a little bit.
For me, it kind of looks like a cross between Warframe and Gears of War. Like it has that like cover system. And honestly, I love the gameplay of Warframe. Like it has the abilities of Warframe, but it has like the cover mechanics, or I guess the general gameplay mechanics of Gears, which honestly I'm kind of in tune with. What about you, KJ?
First of all, I gotta say, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
I only really found out about this game completely by accident. I clicked on Twitch.
Yeah.
Clicked on the main channel of Twitch. What the hell, Square Enix?
And this was after we did the whole like Sony State of Play thing. Like it came out like the exact same day that Sony did their Sony State of Play.
No, it came out a couple of minutes before that.
Did it?
I remember we were still in meeting, and out of nowhere, because we were wrapping up the meeting.
Yeah.
I just go onto Twitch and I'm like, "Hey boys, we have another piece of news, bam!" And I just
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It's come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When it comes to the game itself, I studied the 70 minutes of gameplay they showed,
Hmm.
and I gotta say,
Studied, huh?
legit. I don't know.
It looks nice.
I said studied it because I
Like,
don't know. There's something in the game that I don't like, and I can't really quite put my finger on.
I always say these sort of things. I remain cautiously optimistic about the game, about any sort of upcoming game.
Well, it's Square Enix. Square Enix barely does anything wrong. Quite
Barely.
But
this is done by what's her name?
But that's a plus. That's a plus.
People can
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah.
That's a
Developers.
plus because Bulletstorm is still one of my top 10 games ever made.
Oh yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that game.
Its
and
multiplayer
I
could be
bought
a
it
little different, but
doesn't matter. It's a really good game. It's a really good campaign. and it has the voice of my second favorite character in Con Zombie. So I really love that game. And knowing that they're the ones developing it makes me feel positive about the game. But again, there's something in the game that I really can't quite put my finger on it that I don't like. It might be because it felt a little bit bland. I don't know if you know what I mean. The colors of the game felt really dry. It might be that.
For the people who don't know anything about the sort of story for the game, humans have been traveling to different planets and sort of colonizing them. The ship that you got brought on gets landed on the planet and used as the power plant. And then weird things start happening called anomalies, and everything goes into lockdown. Lol.
Is this alien isolation all over again?
Yeah, everything goes into chaos. The reactor blows up, and all hell is loose. Other than that, that's sort of what we know of the story, and obviously we pick up a few months later after everything's gone. Oh god, no.
Here's what I'll say. The environment for Outriders, I will agree, kind of looks a little bit bland. But I think that's what they're trying to go for when it comes to the environment. But gameplay-wise, like the particles, the effects, they are top-notch. Like, I will say they are top-notch.
Gunplay also feels really smooth.
Yeah.
I think they could use a little originality on the way the weapons look.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, I really enjoyed the gameplay aspect of things, for sure.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's going to be co-op also really excites me. I really like co-ops, and I can foresee a co-op from the Indiehub.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sundays after, the podcast. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, after the podcast.
Yeah. Also, a little bit off topic, we also started a crew on Twitch. We're no longer like a couple friends that just play. We're a legit crew. The changes are very minor here. We're making it official every Sunday. We get to play together, and we get to advertise our a bit more without really any asking for permission because we don't need it.
Can I just say, and this is completely unrelated, but Oz and Raven are legit the only two people who wear tank tops on stream.
Yeah.
I am the tank top Raven, okay?
It's so weird.
If I'm not wearing a tank top on a stream, there's probably something wrong.
I mean, listen, I wear a tank top too, but at least it's an undershirt for me.
Oh my god, how can you do that?
It's so hot in California.
An undershirt? What?
Yeah, what?
Dude, I grew up. I grew up. I grew up wearing, freaking tank tops as undershirts. I'll just do it. Because you know what? It makes me comfortable. More comfortable.
In smoldering 40-degree heat.
Well.
It's smoldering 40-degree heat!
Wow.
Yeah, sure, Joe, mate. Sure.
Do we have anything else to add?
Nah, I'm good.
Not really. I just hope it doesn't turn out to be like a kind of a clone copy of Destiny. Yeah. That's probably my biggest fear for the game.
Plan a tank top day. We'll plan a robe only day.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even have a robe. Bro, I don't even have a robe. No, I don't have a robe. I don't even have a bathrobe or anything, dude.
Who needs a bathrobe? You just walk around naked.
Honestly.
Steal your mom's robe. There you go. It's
That's
simple.
just weird.
That's
just weird, dude. All right. Yeah. Next up, talking about the whole PlayStation and state of play things. This past week, I think, well, around there.
It was.
Last of Us Part 2. We finally got some gameplay footage, and my god, it looks absolutely insane. So Sony and Naughty Dog dropped a 20-minute gameplay trailer or gameplay reveal for Last of Us 2. It features it cameos a PlayStation Vita, which honestly I'm just surprised that PS Vitas even work anymore in that universe. But honestly, the kills look more. The kills are just so
Beautiful.
The kills are so freaking brutal, dude. Like,
Glorious.
oh my god, it looks more brutal than the original Last of Us. Overall, the environment looks absolutely amazing. The combat looks to be a little bit more fluid when it comes to Ellie's part. There's going to be new infected characters. Joel is going to be coming back, and it picks up right after it picks up right after Last of Us Part 1. So it picks up from the it picks up from the ending of Last of Us Part 1, and then it transitions over to like Ellie when she's what, 18, 19, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's being an adult.
yeah, she's being an adult. But
You
dude,
they can feel fine.
but dude, Last of Us Part 2 just looks so sick. I almost bought a PS4 just to play Last of Us Part 2. I'm not even joking. But then I realized that's like $500 for the Last of Us game, and that's
it's looking so good though.
oh, it does absolutely.
My God, it just I fell in love with the game again.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I enjoyed playing the remaster because I never played the original.
KJ, stop
my
with your
God.
whole Naughty Dog joke, dude. It's not funny.
I'm
But
not doing a naughty that joke
Guys,
there, buddy.
guys,
I'm-
if we
I'm
don't
not
look
doing
at
a
him,
naughty
ignore him. It'll be fine, okay, guys? Don't look in his direction.
I'm
we
just-
can't see us. We can't see him.
I'm just getting myself ready to.
Well, go on, man. Go on.
Exactly. Wait for PS5,
Come on.
which is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so I am not that hyped as you guys are for Last of Us. There you go. Goodbye, everyone. It was a good stream.
All right. So KJ is now disbanded from the Indiehub crew. You will
He has
no longer.
affiliation.
Yep, you will no longer see kind of Jesus on any of the Indiehub stuff. He will not be posting. He will not be. Oh, god damn it, he's back.
Fuck, he's back. Just don't look. Don't move.
Don't
You can't
look.
see us.
Don't look at him. Can't see us if we don't look.
All right. So gameplay wise,
Oh god, we can hear
I
him.
love
Oh
Fuck.
god.
well, I love them. I really love the gameplay from Last of Us Part 2. Here's the thing. I didn't really enjoy the first Last of Us because I think it was overhyped too much. And the reason why it was
You say that, and I thought the same until I gave it a hell of a lot of time, and then finally, eventually played the game.
I finished the game.
On my own feelings, I thought it was hella good.
I finished the game. Here's the thing. The story portion of The Last of Us Part 1. Oof. It was, oh my god, it's one of the best stories in video games, period. And I will never try to contest that because it brings out really big boy emotions. I knew exactly how.
Exactly, George will replace him.
I knew exactly how the first 30 minutes of The Last of Us it happened, right? I've seen it, but when I played it, my god, did I cry like a little bitch.
Uh-huh.
And the feelings keep going all the way through the end. But the reason why I think Last of Us is overhyped is not because of the story portion, because it deserves all merit and credits over on that standalone portion of the game. But the gameplay, it's really outdated and
Well, you
it's
have to keep in mind the original Last of Us Part 1 came out around what, 2013, 2014, somewhere around there.
PS3.
Yeah, it's
2012, I think.
yeah, the PS3 eras. It's been about 6-7
true.
years in development. So honestly, here's the thing. my hopes was for new gameplay mechanics and for new infected. I think that we've seen that progression, especially on Naughty Dog side. I feel like Naughty Dog has progressed through their gameplay development enough to the point where
I think KJ needs to explain outdated a
yeah,
little bit.
go ahead.
Because to me, the controls feel fine.
If you don't let me speak, I can't explain to you. Outdated on the actual movement of the character. A lot of parts felt boring and bland because there was nothing really to do. A lot of walking. The gunplay feels arcadish in all the wrong reasons.
Are you listening to yourself?
Yeah, I am, and
Guys, what the fuck's going on here?
I seriously believe on what I'm saying. The game holds your hand a lot. It like you try being smart with solving the next way moving forward, and you can't because there's only one specific way to move forward. Once you understand how the zombies that can't watch you, but
Was he drunk when he played?
you can very easily skip them, and the list goes on and on and on. But my main point of criticism must be both the gameplay and the in-between scenes portions that get boring, because there's a lot of them.
Are you talking about the cutscenes or the transitional points?
Yeah, the transitional.
Okay. Here's what I'll say.
World building.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. You're completely wrong. Nah. But yeah. But
his own opinion.
But honestly, I feel like outdated movement? How?
Yeah.
How? Explain yourself, good sir.
Okay, outdated movement. What do I mean by that? Stealth. Basically.
Can you elaborate a bit more?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. The stealth mechanics is literally just being like this.
I'm with Josh King. Can you please just...
the crafting of something is just him like going to the backpack. Done. All right, I already have this, and small snippets of transitional movements just doesn't feel right. Basically.
I don't know what
but here's a point from Sugar Sweet over here. Let me highlight this comment over here. I think the game is overhyped, and people get offended when others don't love it. Exactly. Sugar. You get viewer of the day today. Good job.
Sugar Sweet.
You get
Sugar Sweet. I can agree with that sentence, but at the same time, you can't let yourself get swept with the hype. If you're hyped for a game yourself, then you're hyped for a game because you yourself like it. I at least from my personal views, I only played this game about 3 months ago. Fully played this game and completed it.
I played it like a year ago.
No hype in me at all. No expectation. I played it because I wanted to see how good the game was. I loved it. Yes, sometimes the movements can be a bit clunky in certain bits, doing certain things, but it's a fucking 7-year-old game.
Yeah,
you're gonna have slight clunkiness, but other than that, it's reasonably smooth and it's a great game.
Here's the thing.
The hype is kind of deserved.
Hold on, boys. Let me just highlight something. His movements look outdated. My movements look outdated because I'm basically trying to get your attention. Competing directly with a giant teddy bear on my back. So of course, I will always feel outdated instead of that.
Here's the thing. Because from my understanding, I've never played the Last of Us games. And I really want to. And I might buy a PS5 just to play Last of Us 2. Not gonna lie. From what I've seen, I don't think there's an actual way to progress through the game full stealth versus full gunplay. And for me personally, I love when games offer stealth, because you feel like such a fucking boss whenever you can sneak past by all these fucking different enemies and not get detected a single time and stealthily kill each and every single one of them. It feels so satisfying. And
Don't
go ahead.
you can stealth most of the game. It's
You can-
insanely hard.
Right, you can
but
stealth most of the game, but it's not. But you can't fully complete the game without having to go
It's just
loud.
Yes.
It's like
There's obligatory action scenes regardless of what.
Yeah,
you do.
there's obligatory action scenes, which honestly I'm not a big fan of. I for me, if you are introducing stealth, at least have a way to have the players be able to fully stealth the game without being detected once, and that should be an achievement or
yes,
you
but
know,
you
a
also
trophy
got-
or
we
something.
also got to take into consideration. Yeah, you can stealth through the game, but if the story says you're being faced with
Yeah, right.
enemies coming straight at you and you have to get past them,
Right.
and you're being shot already, you
Yeah.
can't exactly go, I'm gonna stealth past people shooting at me already.
I'm not saying like
It's like there's moments where the story will justify why.
right. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't do stuff, but when I think you're getting at the point where games don't quite justify
Mhm.
why you can't stealth it,
Yeah, exactly.
then I can see where you're coming from.
Like
I don't
the whole
feel that
gym-
this game.
like the whole gymnasium bit with the I forgot what that big boy was called. But you know what I'm talking about, right? So
Big ass fucking bloater, yeah.
yeah, the bloater is what it's called. Like I can't understand not being able to stealth past like the first encounter that you have with the bloater, but like have a way to stealth past most major scenes and not have it be a burden to the character. I would love to see some more character development when it comes towards Ellie and Joel. I would love to see more evolutionary gameplay. From what it seems, it looks much more fluid than the original Last of Us Part 1. And I am super excited about that.
Okay, here's
It looks like
Go
it's
ahead.
grown from what it's hopefully going to be a good sequel. You learn
Yeah.
from
ah,
what made it good. Like, go on,
Exactly.
go on, KJ.
No, and KJ, he's probably just going to hate because apparently
I know.
because he has taste to video games similarly to his taste of steaks.
Don't get me wrong, Sugar. I'm not gonna day one buy the game. I've learnt my mistake after
can you drink?
No Man's Sky.
No, you cannot. Don't even fucking try. I don't even know why you said that.
Well, because I feel like drinking something right now because you guys just
You might be outdated, mate.
Drink
You
your-
it.
Drink the
because
milkshake that you
you
spilled
let
on your
me say-
mouse.
you guys don't let me say why I'm not really particularly excited for Last of
Go
Us.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I expressed this on my own channel when I was reacting to it live. The reason why I'm not excited for the Last of Us Part is because I'm afraid they'll switcheroonie the problems that I had with Last of Us 1 compared to 2. What do I mean by this? Last of Us 1 had a very shit gameplay, in my opinion. However, a really brilliant story that felt like it was written to a award-winning movie, and that's why I went through the gameplay, because I really wanted to know how the game would end. But my fear is that I get to be on Last of Us Part 2, and the gameplay is absolutely exquisite because it's looking like this, but the story is really bad. Now, I have my reasons why I'm saying. There's been a good amount of leaks circulating the internet regarding The Last of Us 2, even literal video of a lot of snippets and a lot of just full cutscene from the game itself.
No
And,
spoilers.
Extra leaks. I'm not going to spoil you.
I'll
Extra
come to
leaks-
Portugal and kill you.
extra
promise.
extra leaks came out saying that they're opting to focus on a feminist style storyline where all they're worrying about empowering women and just telling the story of that portion and not the rest of the world. Now,
But you could complain that the first game was a fucking redemption story of a selfish man who wanted to rather have another daughter than fucking
True.
save the world because one
True.
life.
However, Raven, it also included a lot of personal stories within that little main story. It wasn't just that. And here's the thing. I need to disclose first that I can consider myself a feminist because the feminist ideals dictate that women should have the same equality as men. And if you disagree with that, well, you're just a bad person. Period. But one thing is agreeing with feminism, and others is agreeing with extremism, where you only make the men being the bad guy, and you dictate the story around that. And when creative ideas get in front of your creative storyline, that's where I start to get worried. And that's why I'm really worried about The Last of Us Part 2. I don't mind a lesbian story. But don't mind a woman's story.
You say saying that women can't be the focus of the main.
No,
remember the focus of the main first story is the fact that the main evil person is a fucking woman.
Every time someone touches something like this, everyone gets triggered. I never said. I was saying right now, Raven, that I really don't mind a story about a woman struggling in that world, or a story about a gay woman having to come out and express that to the world. I really,
Would you like to swallow the mic?
Huh?
Joe Webb looked like he's gonna swallow the mic.
Here's the thing. I can understand where you're coming from. That's honestly the same thing for me. I do believe that, everybody should have equality regardless of race or your gender or, sexual orientation, religion, stuff like that. I really do agree with that. And I can see where you're coming from, where you're afraid that the story is there to push a motive or like to push a narrative. I can understand that. But Naughty Dog has a reputation for developing a fantastic storyline. So for me, I'm not particularly worried that Naughty Dog is going to go that direction of pushing a feminism narrative or an extreme feminism narrative. I don't believe that Naughty Dog would stoop that low.
Okay, so Raven, to give one extra point to what I was saying, why do people hate the series Batgirl? Do you really think it's because there's a woman that's a protagonist? No, it's because that specific series is pandering to a specific extremist.
Yeah.
That it's all about we the women and not we the world. And it takes jabs on men, saying that I'm not about to take I'm not about to let a man take a job that I did, or stuff like that, and stuff like that really gets in your face. One little line, okay, we can tolerate, but when you make an entire series based around women's superiority, you're not having creative freedom there. You're having authoritarian. And I really want to be wrong here. I really want to believe Jalovine,
right,
when he says that Naughty Dog is not going on that direction. I really want.
I hope so. I hope so.
Like, take into consideration that they're making a story game, and if they want to try and push more that side, unfortunately, it's not always the best thing.
Yeah.
But if they can make it work in a very good, strong ethics way without trying to push
exactly, it's don't
agenda, so to speak.
I honestly feel as if Naughty Dog pushes an extremist feminism narrative with the game, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be horrible. No one is going to like it. At least from my experience, I'm not going to enjoy that sort of storyline. Like, have some story progression. Have have a have a beginning, have a middle, have an end, and if it hits on all nails there without pushing a extreme political narrative, then it should be fine. Don't get political with these video games. Just don't.
I really want The Last of Us 2 to succeed. This is me
Same.
being serious. I don't hate The Last of Us Part 1. I really enjoy it. I think it's overhyped again, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story part of it, and they fixed the gameplay. They really added some nice depth to the gameplay that I love. I was screaming my lungs out.
They did kill a dog.
Yeah, they did kill dogs. Okay, doesn't matter. But like, I really enjoyed it. I was there, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is great! This is a pushing gameplay that I was screaming my lungs out for Last of Us to have."
Yeah.
And if they nail the story, this might very well be the best game ever made. So that's why I'm really worried about it. Because when the stakes are this high, people have tendencies to flounder.
Yes. But you also got to take in, yes, the story was leaked, and you might have read the story, but don't take someone else's opinion of how the story plays out to be what the gameplay actually, the story of the game actually fluidly comes out as.
Yeah, wait until the actual game comes out and then form your opinions. But exactly, hopes and dreams don't push a political narrative with video games. Video games should not be a platform to push political narratives. It just shouldn't. Raven, do you have any final words before we move on?
Not really.
All right. I don't have personally any sort of final words. I'll just say right now, I better get that PlayStation Vita.
You'll be one of the 4 members.
Oh yeah.
One of the 4 members in the world.
Yep.
One of the owners. One of the 4 owners in the world that own PS Vita, including me, you, and Kinget.
Yeah. Yep. Here's the thing too. I know this is not gonna happen, but I just want Naughty Dog to eventually put the Last of Us games onto PC. That is my goddamn hope, and I know that's not gonna happen, but I can at least dream.
I think I have a little conspiracy theory. The PlayStation 6 will allow users to choose between PC and PlayStation.
That's gonna be weird.
I have a basis for that theory. I really
Just
do.
buy a PC.
It's just a theory. A game theory. Let's move on to the next topic.
Copyrighted. Thanks, Jovan.
Okay, keeping with the conversation between Sony in general, we're very excited to announce that on June 4th, on my stream, not just kidding, on June 4th, finally, after months of speculation, after months of sad faces because of that last PlayStation 5 conference, we're finally gonna get an actual PlayStation 5 reveal press conference talking about said games and hopefully some gameplay surrounding.
Yeah, some actual gameplay. Xbox. Yeah, PS5. I'm excited about the PS5 conference just personally because I've seen the press for the technological point, like the technological thing reveal, the tech reveal for PS5. That was completely boring. It made me want to fall back asleep after watching it. But yeah, I just hope that the PS5 conference actually shows some gameplay. I'm looking at you, Microsoft.
I really enjoyed the Microsoft conference. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys need to keep in mind,
so bad.
You guys need to keep in mind, Microsoft has been doing this for years. They've been doing conferences like that, like the ones we saw.
Why is this so garbage?
E3 2019, Xbox One Conference of the Year.
All they did was legit just pushing 40 plus games into your mouth, and they were all trailers. But for some reason, people are only complaining about this now.
They're calling it a gameplay trailer, but they're only showing.
But the Xbox State of Play wasn't meant to showcase.
There's no State of Play on Xbox.
It's meant to hype the games that came with it, not the actual console. In order for you to hype a game, you start by building a trailer and then progressively show gameplay. That formula has been used for years now, boys.
Go fucked up.
I think people got a bit too excited as soon as they heard, "Oh, Xbox is doing a conference." Oh my god! Oh my god! What am I gonna do? Am I gonna break up with my girlfriend?
I think the nail in the coffin for me was Ubisoft and not Microsoft.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree there.
yeah, when you say gameplay trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it never show any fucking gameplay. It's so retarded. So
I agree there. The way they ended, I think it was more Ubisoft's fault than Xbox.
Yeah, definitely.
But
You want this sausage? It's not 100% meat, but it's sausage.
where's the Assassin's Creed gameplay? Good question. It's probably still being baked, as the rest of the game probably is. They probably finished the game, but they're thinking, how do we make this a live service?
Wait a minute, boys. I figured it out.
What?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is nothing but quick time events. That's
Oh
gotta
my
be it.
God.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. That's the gameplay. That's the gameplay. It's quick. It's quick interaction cutscenes. It's the next Heavy Rain.
God,
Please-
no!
Please
No!
don't.
No!
Don't give them idea. Take it back. Take it back.
You gotta look at the fucking video. You can't let Ubisoft get hold of this.
Hey, if that's what they deemed gameplay straight, if they say that's gameplay like scenes, that's gotta be it, dude. That has gotta be it. I just accidentally.
Everybody.
I usually don't comment on YouTube. It's just not my thing. But I made an exception on the day that I saw the gameplay trailer. I went on YouTube, and I said, I'm gonna shoot a video of me throwing myself off a balcony because that's basically about as much gameplay as Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I got hundreds of likes there.
Yeah,
I felt like a superhero.
yeah. It's definitely like so satisfying if you get like 100 plus likes on your comment. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
but moving back onto the topic.
Yeah, I got a question for both of you. Starting with you, Raven.
I didn't
give
do
me
it.
some speculation. What do you think they're going to show off on the Sony's press conference? Because I already have a few ideas, but I want to.
What I want to love to show. I don't know. Just show me actual gameplay. If they say gameplay on any game, maybe just a wee bit.
Just a tiny bit.
But do you have any-
I'm all for new games. Just show us actual gameplay. If you say gameplay,
but do you have any actual games that you might think about it that might be shown off on the Sony's press conference? Is it
brain's trying to work.
Okay, we can start with Jalvi and then go to you.
I would love to. I would love to see what Kian is saying in chat. I know who you are. Sly 5, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Those are all just so fantastic PS staples.
I know. Sorry.
Go on.
I know this won't happen, but I would love a new Digimon World game, or like a remake of the original first. But I'm just a fanboy for the original. And yes, we had World. Yes, we had World Order.
I am the Sonic King.
which was a damn good game.
Yep.
But give me one Digimon, not fucking two. But give me more.
Here's what I'll say. I think I know what PS5 is going to have. It's probably going to have some guy sitting on his couch. He's going to be playing these fucking video games with his new controller and everything like that. And then it's going to cut to actual gameplay. That is like the PS5 staple, right? Just people playing on the couch. But
Where's the gameplay? We're playing it, but you can't see the gameplay.
yeah, exactly. But no memes.
Catch us in the next video.
Yeah, but no mummies, no memes. I would love to see like PlayStation staples come back to PS5. Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, all great games that were released on PS.
Time Splinter Future Perfect. I would love that to come back as well.
Sure, that one.
Shit, Joe.
There's something else controversial here, but I don't think Jack and Dexter is good enough to
Get
be
out.
replaced.
Get out.
Sorry.
Get
I'm
out.
sorry.
Get out.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
sorry.
Get out. Get out.
Backwards. It's a really good game. It's a really good game. However, it doesn't have monetary value in the current days. Very unfortunate. I'm sad to say this, but we moved on.
Jack and Dexter?
Yeah, we moved on from a game like Jack and Dexter. I'm sorry. And Ratchet and Clank too. Yeah, both Jack and Dexter and Ratchet.
Okay, I have played Ratchet Deadlocked, and I have also played Jack and Dexter, the precursor legacy. Both are great games that still stand to this day. They are still great fucking games.
Calm down. He's triggering you.
But there's a big difference between a game that you really love, and I really love Jack and Dexter and Ratchet and Clank, and a game that is going to sell well. And unfortunately, and this is really sad for me to say it, Ratchet and Clank would not sell well. It just wouldn't. And again, I really like them, but it's the sad reality we live in. We moved on from games like Jack and Dexter and Ratchet and Clank. You cannot deny that. You need to
No,
see the
I am
market.
going to deny that because
For the game, so
You know what? People who said that about Digimon were fucking wrong. They fucking brought it over to our side of the country and Jova's side of the country, and it fucking sold so well.
okay, here's what I'll say though. I feel like you are completely wrong because nostalgia is a bitch. And I don't know why I self-censored myself saying the F word when I didn't censor the P word, but I think nostalgia is a great selling point, and if you advertise a game like Jack and Dexter, like Ratchet and Clank, I would buy it in a second, and thousands will. 100%. 100%.
We've seen what nostalgia gave Ratchet and Clank. The last game
But-
that came out.
Don't you mean Fallout?
The Fallout?
The nostalgia of a good Fallout game. Oh,
yeah.
No, but we all got excited for it. But as soon as we saw the actual gameplay, the nostalgia went away very fast. Ratchet and Clank.
It's like when you notice a girl has an Adam's apple. You're like, oh, fuck that shit.
The last Ratchet and Clank game was supposed to be a remake,
Uh-huh.
and it really didn't sell well. It was a good game. It was a solid game, but it didn't sold well, and that's because when you make an IP like Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Dexter, you really have to push for a narrative based on nostalgia. And unfortunately, I don't think the market nowadays can really be pushed on that way. It's look, I'm being
It's
negative,
better than
man.
selling a game that isn't actually completed yet.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, I
selling
know.
a game and make it all DLCs.
Yeah, but you're talking potatoes. I'm talking cheeseburger here, because at the end of the day,
What?
when you bank on nostalgia,
Yeah, because it's two completely different topics here.
because at the end of the day, when you bank nostalgia, you also need to have in consideration that you're targeting a new audience, and that new audience is not really.
I know, Josh.
I know this is really hard for you to hear, Knight. And I know this is really hard for you to hear too, King Ed. And I love both games, but I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Maybe that's why Sly 5 hasn't come out. No, I'm just triggering. Knight. I'm just...
Here's what I'll say. I think some of the old PS2 games like Gran Turismo 4, you know what I mean? Like they are some of the best PS2 games. Like the old Twisted Metal series, that was fantastic. Dark Cloud, if any of you guys remember Dark Cloud, that was still a fantastic game. Let's see what else. There was Tekken 5, P4, God Hand. All of these games are fantastic. Okami is another great game.
It is.
SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was the best PS2 game.
Oh god. No.
Of course, I'm memeing here, but there are some great PS2 games out there that deserve another life in the modern days.
Time Splinters.
Sugar, you're a goddamn viewer of the day for sure. I will say you cannot sell a game on pure nostalgia. Sorry.
Well,
It's
of course
true.
you can't. Of course you can't market a game just based on pure nostalgia. Of course, that's not what we're saying here. All we're saying
There's a strong fan base out there.
Yeah, exactly. Legacy
And
of
they
Kain.
want something to
Yeah.
satisfy their nostalgias.
Yeah, Legacy
We're
of Kain. Another fantastic IP from Eidos Montreal. Still needs a reboot. Honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna say 5 games. 5 games. 5 games that are a goddamn Hail Mary. But I'm willing to bet that at least I'll get 2 of those games right. You guys ready?
2 of those games, what?
2 of those games right. And these are long shots.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors.
Would not surprise me.
I would love a remake of Dynasty Warriors. So, 5 games. Game
So
number 1.
calm.
And probably the easiest one to kind of guess because we know it's in development. So you know there might be something.
Onimusha.
A new God of War.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're going to be unveiling at least a trailer, at least a teaser for the new God of War.
Sure.
It's been a couple of years now, and I think they have enough content to at least. Hey, don't forget about this game of the year.
Sure. Yep, go on.
I think we're going to see something like.
Mhm.
I have a feeling it's going. I don't know why. I just have a feeling it's going to be too soon.
Okay. Second,
Same.
and the easiest one too. Actual gameplay from Valhalla.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Come on. You
Sure.
do better than that, KJ.
Sure.
I know. That's why I said. That's why I said these first 2 are going to be very easy, and the rest of them are pure speculation. But I think that hold a very big. Are you ready for the third one?
Sure, go on.
Black Ops is going to be unveiled. Well,
Sure,
sorry,
of
excuse
course.
me?
Black Ops.
Black-
The Black
Black
Ops Cold
Ops.
Wars. Yeah.
That's not what it sounded like from what he said.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
Black
honestly
Ops.
if I here's the thing. I don't think Black Ops Cold War is going to be revealed on PS4 or on the PS5. And here's the thing. It's always been an Xbox staple. It hasn't been a PS staple.
False,
Yeah.
false.
But I completely think that I don't think that Cold War is going to feature on PS5. I just don't.
Here's what you're forgetting. For the last 3 to 4 Call of Duties, Activision has been on a partnership with Sony to release content exclusive to Sony's platform. It happened with Modern Warfare.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in the past.
Yeah, but
But
in
making
the past,
exclusive to one console, but having
around 3 to 4 CODs ago, they started being Sony, and they announced that very, very publicly. So I don't think we're gonna fully see gameplay I think we're gonna see a teaser trailer or something of the sorts on the conference. I don't think it's gonna be a full gameplay.
It's probably going to be like a cinematic trailer, if anything.
No. Pikachu.
Xbox always reviews the
Pikachu,
games,
not Pikachu.
but PC always gets the DLC exclusive. Yeah.
Pikachu. That is correct until a couple of years ago, like I said, because they had exclusivity with Microsoft, and then I think it was on World War II, called World War II. They switch Rooney around, and they're full Sony now. This has been very well known for years. I've been closely following their relationship, and I can say I think it was around World War II that they changed from Microsoft all the way to, and they started off slow. They started off with a beta a week before on PlayStation, and then on PC and Xbox, and then worked their way up to having exclusive game modes bound to a month or more of exclusivity, and in the case of Modern Warfare, a full fucking year. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck I'm still mad about it. And if you want further proof, the full remaster of Modern Warfare 2 came out a full month before on Sony's. So with that, all that being said, I think Black Ops Cold War is gonna be displayed at Sony's. It's just a tiny little feeling that I have.
Okay, sure.
And, next up, you guys ready for this? This is really a shot in the dark. Okay? A new Prince of Persia.
No, not at all.
I think they learned after the last Prince of Persia. No,
not at all.
I actually have some grounds to this. Number one, the leaked trailer probably set everyone on fire. And as a result, Ubisoft is more than willing to probably look that and cash that in. Now, if a game like Prince of Persia was in development for a while now, I seriously believe on June 4th is the day to display that.
Prince of Persia is not good enough to happen. Yeah,
but I talked with King Get about this. It's not. It might not happen on this conference, although I'm saying it is. But you can bet. I can bet my nipple that it's going to happen within the next. I think it's a bit too soon. That's why I say it's a Hail Mary shot. But I think it just happened.
I think Prince of Persia has a likely chance, seeing the feedback coming from like the release or the leaked trailer of the canceled Prince of Persia game. I can see Ubisoft have looking some pressures like oh geez, oh god, they really don't like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Give them something. Timmy, give them something. Prince of Persia, fantastic. I think that's possible within the next few years. But
over the release.
Yeah, but okay. What's your final game? What's your final game?
I also have to agree with Sugar Sweet and do a Simon Cowell, and that's a no from me.
Go on.
Yeah.
Final game.
And my final guess is not even a game itself. It's more an ideal. And that ideal is that they're going to heavily push and unveil a new VR.
No.
Bam. And I can tell you why. Again, I can tell you why. I don't think it's a coincidence.
You said games.
Yeah, you did say games.
Yeah, I know. I know, but
so you lied.
I can add.
So
one
you
more
lied.
I can add one more. I can add one more if you guys want. Holy shit!
Enough! You've done it. The damage is done.
Okay. Why? I don't think it's a coincidence that a hell of a lot of games have been pushing PlayStation VR this month.
Yeah, they did make a movie show.
Games like Beat Saber and The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, all got ported to PlayStation VR. And I seriously don't think that's a coincidence, especially because Sony is talking more and more about VR. So, in my opinion, I highly believe that they will be pushing a new VR system with actual controllers, please. With actual controllers this time.
Here's the thing. For me personally, what I want to see coming out from these next couple of weeks, especially from PlayStation side, is a new DMC game. Because honestly, DMC, awesome. Awesome series.
It's too soon.
Just some good solid
I don't
games.
care. Just a good solid DMC game. And Silent Hill. Like a decent Silent Hill game.
God damn it, John. I was gonna add Silent Hill
Oh.
to the list of games.
Too easy. Rumors have come out.
Yeah.
Too easy for you to pick that
But-
one, mate.
but
rumors
still,
have come out.
But still though, like if my mind's running, but
You can do it, Joe.
if Silent Hill, if this new Silent Hill game is anything like PT, anything at all, God, it's gonna be such a great psychological horror game. Like with emphasis on horror and psychological. It's going to be a psychological mindfuck, and goddamn, that is
PTSD again.
that is what I love from Silent Hill games. I don't give a shit about Downpour or any of these things.
Sorry.
I don't give a shit about Downpour or The Room, because honestly, I don't even count those games as Silent Hill games.
It's the games itself when they come out. If they're good, they're good.
If Silent Hill can deliver on the psychological mindfuck that was PT, goddamn, that would be great. And that's a great segment or segue to Raven. If you want to add anything, KJ.
I want to add that very unfortunately, Devil May Cry came out last year, which means that it's too soon. I would even say next year is still too soon for a Devil May Cry game.
I think we'll see another
Devil May Cry
DMC game
Departure.
around like 5 years or so.
No, I think it's gonna come within 2 years. Capcom has just been shitting good quality games, and I think they still want to ride that coattail.
Well, not Resident Evil 3
Yeah, we forget about that.
or
that weird
Resident Evil 4
snapshot.
remake. It's probably not going to be good. Let's be real here.
If we're talking about remakes, Pikachu, I would love a Silent Hill either 1 or 2, in 3 too, but mainly 2.
Not The Room.
I still prefer 2. Yeah, not The Room, please. Raven, let's go.
But yes, on the contrast of Silent Hill, if anyone is a big fan of Dead by Daylight, guess who's coming as a new fucking killer, guys? Fucking Silent Hill's Pyramid Head, the next new killer confirmed to be coming and already live on the beta test servers for PC.
What are his abilities?
They haven't shown. I haven't seen any of what his play of his as a minute. They haven't stated what his abilities are. It's been just a few days since it's been released, but they're also releasing a new map with the what's the place called now? The Midwich Elementary School, where you guys are a bunch of delinquents, and obviously the Punisher is coming out. They have kind of changed his story a little bit just to fit it in with the whole Dead by Daylight universe. But we got fucking Pyramid Head, guys. He's coming today. Dead by Daylight.
I honestly wish they had added the hospital from Silent Hill to keep up with the whole Silent Hill theme.
They could still, because they normally released about 1 or 2 maps.
Yeah. What would be really cool is if they release the hospital map with the nurses. Ooh. That would be
good.
Ooh.
That'd be really good. Yeah.
That would be really good. God damn. That would be so awesome. Any final words before we move on?
No. This is very small talk.
All right.
Cool.
Yep.
Great. Somehow Dead by Daylight is still alive. Not complaining here.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the servers need to still be updated somewhat, but yeah, it's surviving just.
They did switch from peer-to-peer to server-based, right? For their matchmaking?
They switched to dedicated servers.
dedicated.
Before we move on, Pikachu coming up with a save. His ability also allows him to put people in a new state called Torment, which will allow you to escape cage people and make them do skill checks in order to survive sacrifice.
Mm.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
I
All
need
right.
a nurse skin for DBD. There's a nurse. Damn right.
Yeah.
Give
yeah.
the nurse. The nurse. The nurse.
If it is
Robot.
if it's as twitchy as the nurses from the original Silent Hill games, absolutely go for it. Next up is Minecraft Dungeons, a game that we have all played together on stream on last Monday.
Yes.
For me, and this is a really weird issue, and it may just be me and my drivers, but for me, I had a really weird issue where if we would party together, I wouldn't be playing at I would be playing at less than 60 frames. I would constantly be playing at around 40.
I have a feeling that might have just been the release.
I
The
think
servers have
so
struggled with the
too.
release, because my god, the amount of trouble I had just trying to buy the damn game, let alone get it running.
Yeah. And the same issue goes with Phantasy Star Online 2 as well. Like a lot of people had troubles.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Something's happening. Keep going.
Sure. Like a lot of people had like issues downloading Phantasy Star Online 2, and that was a free game.
Yeah.
A lot of people are also having troubles with hold on, let me go ahead and mute him for now. But a lot of people have had issues with Phantasy Star Online 2. I didn't necessarily have an issue with Phantasy Star. But also Minecraft Dungeons, like the Microsoft Store is getting absolutely
Twitchy.
bombarded for whatever reason. I don't know what it is.
In all fairness, considering it's a Minecraft sort of game. Oh, we muted you. Can't hear you.
Okay, he has to go.
But considering how popular Minecraft is, I can understand that that Microsoft store has overwhelmed quite a bit, and as well as the servers might be overwhelming and causing some minor issues.
And
the game itself, I kind of like it.
I kind of like it too.
To a certain extent, but as I think I was having a conversation with Sugar on one of my streams, there's just something about it. It is Minecraft feely, but it's not what I think Minecraft. It's still a good game.
Yeah,
It's not
definitely
the direction I think it could have gone in a better direction, maybe.
yeah,
Even
definitely.
if it's a standalone game of its own kind.
Yeah. Here's the thing though, I don't understand why Minecraft Dungeons isn't WASD controlled. Like, I understand it's like Path of Exile and like the Diablo style of like dungeon crawlers, but come on, just include WASD controls. Come on, what is so hard about WASD controls? There is
That
no.
is one of my biggest gripes with it. It's like,
it is
give me
so,
lots of control.
It is so dumb, dude. Like I had to play it. I played Path of Exile. I played Diablo a little bit. I'm not gonna say all of it, but I played Diablo 3 a little bit. I played the free demo, but I've also been playing like Path of Exile. And for me personally, I just, give me WASD control. What's up, KJ?
Fixing a last minute issue, boys. Keep talking.
Sure.
Alright.
You're
Just
good.
make sure you're okay.
Sure, you're good.
Yeah.
So for some reason, like, just give us WASD controls. I don't know why it's so hard for a Minecraft for a dungeon crawler to feature WASD controls. I don't know. I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's
I think that's my only major grapes.
one of my major grapes. Yes, I do love major grapes. But overall, I think overall, like the whole style of Minecraft Dungeons is pretty cool. I love a dungeon. I love the fact that they added a dungeon crawler style in the Minecraft universe. I feel like that's really cool. Granted, I've only played through like the beginnings of the game. I haven't gotten anywhere near endgame. But so far, like the dungeons of Minecraft Dungeons are super expansive. which I personally love.
The jump in difficulty as well is
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
somewhat severe. I suppose it doesn't take into consideration if you want to play hard on a sort of low starting build, that it doesn't.
Yeah,
it just
it's
goes, you here, everything you got.
yeah, like we jumped from like whenever us three were playing together, we jumped from regular difficulty to like the hardest difficulty, and I thought that would be like
someone.
yeah, I thought that would be, you know, I thought that would be at least somewhat manageable. But then like we just got absolutely effed by creepers that deal like half your or like 75% of your health for whatever reason.
Because you were playing in
We were playing
co-op,
on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, I know.
and in co-op. I've
that's
been playing the game more than anyone here, I think. And I can tell you, it's a really solid experience.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not as deep as Diablo, but it's not as pricey as.
Yeah.
It's like a good solid game you can just pop in and enjoy.
Yeah,
It's not
definitely.
that long too, I think. But like I think for the price that it is right now, it's a really solid game.
Have you seen Captain Sparkles? Apparently, you already finished the game of Minecraft
I'm not
Dungeons.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'm
really surprised, actually.
I'm really close to the end.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so the end when it comes to playing all the dungeons, yes. But getting to max level loot, I don't know yet.
Mhm.
And making like the perfect build, I'm not close to it yet.
Yeah.
But they will be adding way more dungeons than there's currently in the game. If you even play the game, and if you take a good look at the map, there's a little area that says in development or coming next or something like that.
Yep.
So they'll definitely make more dungeons.
Definitely.
And I think they're planning to support it for at least a good year or two with content.
I honestly hope that Minecraft Dungeons gets as much support as it had, or as much as it had with original Minecraft. I believe Mojang is still developing Minecraft Dungeons, but I think Minecraft, like actual Minecraft, is going to have a much better lifespan than Minecraft Dungeons if they keep up the modding support, because that is what made Minecraft was the modding support. I don't think we'll see that with Minecraft Dungeons.
To be honest, I would love just a little bit more love with Minecraft. I know they've kind of gone, yeah, here's a few more updates and a few more ads, but it's been quite small in what they've had, and I just wish I think they could do so much more.
Yeah, definitely.
Make the world a little bit more lively. It's like, do what mods do.
Yeah.
If you've seen some of the mods that can do out there, you can have bloody massive ass cities almost.
It's great.
Villages.
It's great.
Of randomly generated village forts and shit.
Yeah,
that shit's cool. Why can't they add stuff like that? You know,
the game is randomly generated. Minecraft Dungeons is randomly generated on their dungeon, not on its entirety. You're still gonna fight the same.
Looks a little doofy.
I agree.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
it's Minecraft.
It's hard on all the
it sometimes.
It's hard on all the right points, I believe. I really have a lot of fun playing it, except I'm not going to play it anymore because my controller died.
That's your fault.
That's
your fault. That's completely your fault.
I know, but it's an old controller.
Just get some batteries for it.
No, it died. The RT.
Oh, right. The red trigger. I don't know. Just buy another controller, Forehead.
Yeah, just buy another controller out there.
Exactly with what Sugar just said. When I think Minecraft, I don't think Diablo.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's why I like this game, because it came completely randomly, and I feel like because there was no hype built for me, I really enjoy it because it's a game I thought I wouldn't.
Sure.
So like playing it now feels really chill.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Anything? Any closing statements?
If you like Diablo, and if you have $20 to spare, try it. I think you're good.
Oh, it's also free with Game Pass. I should mention that it's free with Game Pass.
It's free with Game Pass,
Yeah.
which is the way I'm playing it.
Same.
Very nice
So-
addition.
It's a nice little game. It's a good game, but there's things with it that I don't feel quite
It's a good game to pass the time.
right with.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just a casual little bit of fun. I think it's just one of those games. It's not going to be something I'm going to put massive hours into, or just
Yeah.
it's just going to be a little bit of fun every now and then,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, moving to our closing statements, and not closing statements. Our closing piece of news. We got to talk about companies not really knowing the meaning of the word remaster.
What?
Our piece of news, our last piece of news, is how you can maybe make a better effort at making a remaster for Mafia 2 than the actual developers did.
What, you mean like Batman Knight?
I
Arkham Knight?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mafia 2 was absolutely fantastic. It was beautiful. I thought it was a 10 out of 10 game. It was perfect in all
Yeah.
regards.
Excuse me, Oz. I actually think Batman Arkham
Do you
Knight
just
is
call him Oz?
sorry, Jalva.
Fuck
Oh my god! Oh my
Just-
god!
I am so sorry.
Really?
I'm so
Amazing.
sorry.
Really?
Good. I think Batman Arkham Knight is actually my favorite Batman game.
And I'm a big Batman fan. I'm a big Batman.
Did
geek
you
over
just say
here.
Arkham
Oh,
and Nike?
Knight?
Arkham Knight. There you go. Yeah, I think Batman Arkham Knight is my favorite.
You just did.
Here's the here's the thing. Ports and remasters. We saw the same issue when it came to Resident Evil.
Excuse me to cut you right over Java. I think we should first.
Don't you mean Oz? I am Oz now, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think we should first talk about what's wrong with Mafia and then
Sure.
proceed to
Go ahead.
your
Go
opinion.
ahead. Yep, go on.
Okay, so what's wrong with Mafia? The definitive edition of Mafia 2, which is describing themselves as a remaster, comes with a graphic overhaul. Comes with that's it. It comes with the DLC.
I don't see
Great.
any issues with that.
So it's
Yeah,
effectively a
So
HD
here's where you
remake,
stop.
not a HD
Yeah.
master.
There's countless Mafia 2 mods that upgrade graphically Mafia 2 in a much
Demon
smoother
jacket, to be
and
honest.
better way. And speaking about smoother, the game runs like absolute crap to the point where a computer like Java's computer over here, which is composed of a 2080 Ti and the very last generation of Ryzen, I could probably struggle with a game that's really old. Oh my god, a game that's really old. Besides that, a beautiful plethora, a huge holy bible of game-breaking bugs got added to the game as a result of tweaking the graphics.
I don't see any issue with that. Personally, I think Mafia 2 is a perfect HD port. It doesn't have any issues at all. The
You
game,
probably know what they've done. They've gone, we're going to bring it to PC in new graphics. Here's a team of 5.
yeah, probably. And
Uh,
honestly,
That's fucking ports to PC.
and honestly, that team of 5 did such an amazing job. It is absolutely perfect in all regards. The bugs make the game a much better experience. It is just a 10 out of 10. It's better than Fallout
Your name
3,
Top Howard
Fallout
now.
4, and Fallout New Vegas. It rivals
God, he's
Okami.
Oh god, it's turned to Todd Howard. Dude, bring back Jovi.
Also, as one last little bug, so somehow they mess around with the spawn system, and most, like I'd say 5 times out of 10, the enemies literally just pop up out of nowhere. They're like,
Best enemies ever.
That sounds like something straight out of GTA, honestly.
yeah, it's really cool. Maybe GTA 1 where they fix that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you can now speak, Java. Sorry.
Okay, on a serious note, if you're remastering a game, make sure to playtest. Like even though it's an older game, just make sure to play test, do your quality assurance. Because honestly, if you're a massive company that publishes Mafia, like Mafia 3 the other day, or the other fucking year, whatever it be, just do quality assurance. Just quality assurance all the way. You know, have some play testers at least. Because honestly, if you release
some money to know.
Yeah, it's like what is that awful PS2 game that was literally broken that you can, or Xbox 360 game that was literally broken, you can progress through the tutorial.
Driver.
Was it Driver?
Prince of Persia.
No, not Prince of Persia.
I think it's Driver. I think it's Driver.
But
No.
but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the motorcycle game from Xbox 360 that was literally just horrible and you couldn't play it. Like it's almost as if no one play tested it and no one did any sort of quality assurance. Why put out a game that doesn't work? It's like Anthem all over again.
Maybe they actually didn't have any game besides the tutorial. Have you thought about that?
Yeah. They did that. They did the game breaking bug as an excuse. Yeah, definitely, 100%. But yeah, do some quality assurance, please, for the love of God. Game studios, do quality assurance. It's not that hard. Literally, just get gamers on the street. Get Summit. Get Summit if you include Fire. Like,
just like I said, they just put such small teams where you have teams of like 50 making the game and then expect 5 people to fucking
at least make one of those 5 people at least make one of those 5 people actually fucking play the goddamn game
but it's 5 people porting a game, changing codes to make sure it all works.
But
do you really think I will fucking play the damn game after the
but at least play test the fucking game to make sure that's actually fucking playable.
Listen, I know why. I know why this happened. Because basically they shot themselves in the foot. Because they weren't like, oh, by the way, we're remastering Mafia 2, so here's a game. No. They were like, we took years and years to develop 3 Mafia games. So now, within a year, let's port them all. There you go. Remaster. Remaster touch to everyone.
Yeah, get someone's brother to test it. It's so simple.
No one talks about Mafia 3. I'm going to play it on stream and I'm going to see how it is. Because I have no idea why they call that a remaster. But I'm pretty sure most of the developers are focused on one game, Mafia 1, which is where it's really going to have the remaster feel. A big HD upgrade. And when you do a big HD upgrade like that, you can't just change a few lines of code.
And then you're remastering in the wrong order.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, they remastered it in the wrong order.
Let's do Toy Story 10 before 6!
Basically, they needed all their strength because you need to literally recode the game from scratch. They need to bring new voice actors. They need to bring a new development team. They need to change the engine completely, and that taxes a lot of people. So I'm pretty sure that they are dedicating themselves, I'd say even 10 times more to the remaster of Mafia 1 in relation to the others. But if that was the case... Go ahead, Raymond.
But that shouldn't be the point.
Yeah, exactly. If that was the case, why releasing Mafia 2, get negative PR on the Mafia series, and then release 1? Release 1, remaster it like your life depended on it.
Because they can't count, okay?
Yeah, they just can't count.
2, 1, 3!
2, 3, 1 actually. But yeah, just remaster 2 the same way you remastered 1. It's not that hard. I was excited for it. Fuck me.
If you want an HD collection, just look no further than Devil May Cry HD collection. And this is completely biased because I'm playing it on stream right now. But honestly, Devil May Cry HD collection, I'm having fun with it. It's still the same fundamental gameplay. It just has higher definition graphics, even though the graphics still look like it came from like the PS3 era. not. But it
Just
did release in
HD pixel.
2018.
Just skip 2.
Huh?
I think it just says skip 2.
Yeah, just skip Devil May Cry
I-
2 and go do like 1, 3.
No. If you guys have never seen or played Devil May Cry 2, play Devil May Cry 2. See why people tell you not to play it.
Oh no, I'm going straight to 5.
But
Well,
but seriously though, the Devil May Cry HD collection, if you want an HD collection, go with Devil May Cry HD collection. It gives you 3 games. Well, technically
And-
2.
And that's the thing, though, Sugar Sweet.
2.5.
It might not have been quite ready yet, so why release it?
Yeah, exactly.
it's all their fault. We're
Yes,
not
there's
trying-
many
I
games
get-
that should have been
I get
released
it.
and wasn't ready.
I get it. Publishers will, pressure you. But
They rather have a quick buck
yeah,
than
exactly.
a quick quality game that will sell thousands more.
It's so
This is
simple.
what hyped quick turnover, and it pisses me off as a gamer.
Yeah,
Do you guys
it's
have
simple.
anything else?
I'm good.
Raven? Are you good?
Fuck companies that rush for a quick buck.
There you go.
Fucking fall
Yeah.
out.
100% agree.
Boys, moving to our closing statements, we're going to be talking about the games that are going to be coming out this week, and for a little change, I'm the one starting the actual games today. Let me in here and grab the list. Go. So,
Ow.
starting on June 1, basically tomorrow, we have Little Nightmares. If you don't know what Little Nightmares is, you should really play it. A little indie horror 2D platformer game that's been released multiple times already on basically all the platforms: Switch, the Switch, PC, PS4, Xbox One. I'm pretty
Everyone.
sure you can find
Everywhere.
it
Everywhere.
in
It's
both
everywhere.
color.
Except
Well, and because dear old Uncle Cage gets you, it's finally coming on Stadia for that one guy.
time to buy a Stadia account,
What's a Stadia?
Yeah, from that one guy that definitely doesn't watch our streams, but somehow still has the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You can now on Stadia. Good job.
Next up is Valorant coming up for the PC. If you guys have no idea what Valorant is, it's Project A. It's made by Riot. It's been in closed beta for like the longest time, and if you honestly never heard of Valorant, are you living under a rock? Like honestly. But if you guys have ever played Valorant and you guys have purchased anything, all the Valorant points that you have actually spent money on, you will get back all your money. Or you will get all your points back with a additional percentage. Which honestly, props to you, Riot. That is insane. But you won't keep anything. You will not keep any of your progress. You will not keep any of your skins from beta testing. But you will get all your premium currency back with
Bullshit.
with added benefits, of course. So props to you, Valorant.
You heard me, matey, on June the 3rd on PC Steam only. We got Sea of Thieves, and for everyone who doesn't know, obviously Sea of Thieves, you play you role play as a pirate. You try and steal that good old treasure, me laddie, and fight skeletons and each other. Try and find some good old people called a crew, and sail in the high seas and watch out for the dangers on the water.
I hate saying this word. That was cringe.
A little bit, yeah.
It was glorious. I don't care. It was glorious.
All right, go on, KJ.
On the back of my back. Coming up next, COD Season 4. That's it. Goodbye.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here's what I'll say though: the COD Season 4, they gave out like personal videos to top streamers like Tim the Tatman, Summit, and Nadeshot, and they're hilarious. They are absolutely hilarious. I just love it. Okay, next up is by the way, COD Season 4, June 3rd. Just saying.
June 3rd. Yeah.
Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 is coming. It was supposed to come out today, or not today. It was supposed to come out on June 4th, but it has been delayed a second time to June 11th.
No.
And that basically came out 2 days ago. So the site that we use to get all of our upcoming games from didn't update until today, and we were already too late on that. But
what is it?
Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3. It releases PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch. Or Switch? That's got to be wrong. Whatever.
No.
Basically everywhere you can find Fortnite. The June 4th release for Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 has been delayed to June 11th.
It even has mobile. Of course it does.
Yeah. All right, go on.
If you guys love cycling and bike riding, then
my
why
favorite.
not for June the 4th for PC, PS4, and Xbox Pro Cycling Manager, where you gotta manage a cycling team.
I'm a
You
big
gotta
Lance
manage
Armstrong, dude.
finances, the damn recruits, training, and all the fun things about cycling, just not cycling itself. So if you like that,
I'm gonna manage the hell out of Lance Armstrong. I'm gonna say, hey, do some more pull-ups.
just drug him up, you'll be fine.
Before I actually talk about my game, can I just ask the real big boy question? Why releasing two cycling games in the same?
Why not?
You're basically releasing a game called Tour de France.
Conference.
Basically for PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
Thank God it's not coming out for PC.
Yeah, so you're releasing Pro Cycling, an already established IP, and then you're releasing Tour de France on the same exact day.
I don't see any issue with that.
You guys play video games? Do you really think Tour de France is gonna sell when Pro Cycling is coming on the same day?
Both are coming out June 4th.
I'm surprised either of them sell at all.
Yeah, right.
There's a niche
Yeah.
audience that
I guess. Next up is a release for the Switch, and it's really weird, but it's 51 worldwide games. Basically a collection of board games, tabletop games, coming out for Switch on June 5th.
Can you list all 51?
God, no. I'm not even going to attempt. I know they have Mandela, and I know they have Solitaires.
Oh god, Solitaire.
I would legit just exit this Discord. Jesus. Raven.
And for all your big fans, on June the 5th for PC, the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection is coming. Command & Conquer is a real-time strategy game where you're set in a world where the Tiberian Wars are going on. And yeah, the collection is literally the whole game, as well as a load of booklets, hours and hours of sound, music for the game, and just a nice little collection for an old game that has a massive love and massive fan base out there.
I just hope it doesn't end up being like Warcraft 3 with all that scandals and shit.
Yeah, we don't mention about that.
And to wrap things up, we have a very big effort for a company that I really want to squeeze even more money out of me, which I'm still thinking that it might really
Don't
work.
do it. Don't do it. KJ, I am warning you right now. I know it's your birthday, or it's going to be your birthday. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just do it.
Just don't do it.
Join the dark side.
Don't do it.
Coming out of the
For those of you who
Your PP says yes.
for those of you who couldn't understand KJ's rambling, The Outer Worlds is coming on to Switch on June 5th. And KJ is currently in a midlife crisis, debating on whether or not he should buy Outer Worlds again for his Switch. But I'm telling you, right now, don't do it. Don't do it.
Exactly. Let him do it. Just do
Don't
it.
do it. Don't do it.
It's not on my birthday. My birthday is on June 10th, but it's kind of close.
Don't
and
do it.
It leaves me
Don't
seriously
do it.
wondering
Don't
if
do
I
it.
might-
You gotta do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not
Compose
gonna-
yourself, KJ. Okay, before KJ has a mental breakdown, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and end the Indiehub Gamecast for today. Thank you guys very much for coming towards to today's live stream. We do this every single week, every Sunday, from 9 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. 9 a.m. PST, which translates to about 12 Eastern, or I think 5. Yeah, 5 p.m. for you European folks. Thank you guys very much for watching. You can find me at twitch.tv/Jalavai, Instagram, Twitter, same handle. You can find Mr. Raven on Twitch and Twitter with Mr. Raven 00. And of course, you can find Kinda Jesus on twitch.tv/KindaJesus, Instagram.com/KindaJesus, and Twitter.com/TheKindaJesus. And that's all for us, folks, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.